We're back.
What's going on?
Yes, we are. Yes, we
What's up,
are.
fellas?
Yes, we are. What's
What's up,
going on?
boys?
That was the first
Good,
time
good. How
all
you
four
guys?
of us saw.
First
It is,
time with
it
all
is.
four of us.
Because you guys didn't wait for me last week.
We
Bro, I
waited
had
for
to go.
you.
I had
No,
to
you
go
didn't
to
wait.
sleep.
I told you I was going to be here soon, man. I had things I had to do at home.
I had to go
I'm
to
with
sleep.
Paul. I'm with Paulo. I was tired.
Danny has a bedtime at 8:30.
Yeah, man. My bedtime's 8:30, man. Thank God I'm off
8:30?
tomorrow.
That's what he said.
Yeah. That's the time I go to bed. 8:30.
How old are we here?
Listen, listen.
That's
While
his
we were
job.
waiting for you guys to come on, Brandman told me how he takes naps.
I take naps, man.
You take naps?
I take naps.
Bro, I'm not going to lie. I take
Sometimes.
naps, but I take
No.
them hard at work.
No.
Not every weekend.
The best part is how he takes naps. He says he takes naps like he's going to sleep. So he takes off everything.
Everything
the hell?
involved.
He said,
Shoes, socks.
What the hell?
That's not a nap. That's like sleep time.
Yeah, that's
then-
how it
and
is,
then-
man.
then he got the fucking guitar. He
Oh,
started playing the
you don't want me
guitar.
to bring the guitar out. You don't want me to bring the guitar.
No, please don't. We're trying to give viewers.
Oh,
We're trying to give viewers here,
When the hell
man.
did you start playing instruments?
I've always played instruments, man.
We was
The
just
meat
talking.
flute?
Shit.
We was just
Not
talking
me,
about his
no.
camping stuff. He's a man of all. He's a man of all traits, man.
A little bit of
Alright.
everything. Got to stay active, man.
Oh, my
All right, so yesterday we got some college football,
Yes, sir.
some great games, but to me that caught my eye yesterday was that Colorado TCU game. I mean, you couldn't expect anything better than what we saw yesterday from coaching and his son, his quarterback Shador, Travis Hunter. I mean, what did you guys see in that game yesterday?
Well,
Who wants
Shador's
to-
being coached by one of the best coach. He's been not coached, but he's being trained by one of the best quarterbacks in the game ever, which is Tom Brady.
Yeah, in the off season.
So, which is there. Listen, it's the first game. You know what I mean? It's the first game. I'm not taking a lot out of it. Not me personally. Hunter.
But you had
I'm
to
all
come out
for
of
it.
there impressed, though.
Yeah. Mainly because on the road. That was a huge
Yeah,
win.
against
On the road. But let's not go with it's the runner up. In college, it's completely different. Every year, it's a different team. Players leave. I don't do that whole runner up thing. That doesn't matter to me. That whole runner up thing is nothing.
I mean, if they were runner-ups, they should have been ranked number 2, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So runner ups don't mean nothing.
And you got to take into account this ain't the same TCU team that was there last year.
No, it's not.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. So they're runner ups from last year. They're not runner ups from this year. So it's a completely different team. The quarterback's not there. The running back's not there. So it's a completely different team. Is it a good team? Yes. Is it an impressive win? Yes, because Colorado did come off of what, a 3-11
1-11
record. So
1-11.
yes, it's an impressive win. Hunter's the
1-11.
real deal. Hunter's the real deal. He was the real deal in college and in high school. For some reason, he loved Prime, and that's why he went to Jackson State.
Yeah, he
He's
committed.
following.
He committed.
He's
He committed to Florida
real
State.
deal.
He committed
He's the
to
real-
Florida
like,
State.
He's the real deal, and he's doing right now what
I think
no one's ever done.
I think. I mean, I get he's young, right? He has those young legs. 110 snaps,
12 on 12.
112 snaps.
I thought it was over 120.
No, it was 112.
Don't you guys think that's too much?
Hey,
Or
he's
he's gonna.
young.
He might. Is he gonna get burned out halfway through the
He's
season?
young.
It is, but
Like, I get it, I get it,
In all
he's-
honesty, when we played as younger kids, right? I get it. It's different because they're beasts, right? They're like trained animals. But we didn't care. We played offense and defense. We played with no pads, no helmets. We played every Sunday. We practiced not as much as them. We didn't lift as much weights as they did. But we played Sunday. We played offense and defense. And listen, we played with. Listen, I remember getting my bells wrong a couple times. 112. He's gonna have to eventually pick a side, offense or defense.
In the NFL, yeah. As long as
Oh,
And I
of course,
think
they're
if
gonna-
Coach,
they're gonna
I
make
think,
him-
I think if Coach Sanders is smart enough, he'll put him at corner, right? Because I think they have a solid receiving core. Guys get what I'm saying? I mean, he had 4 receivers over 100 yards yesterday.
Yeah.
4.
Well, one of them was the
Yeah,
running
four-
back.
They
wasn't
only
it?
4 receivers, and last year
Right.
they only had
You had-
three receivers in the whole
the whole
season.
year. The whole year.
See, but
Yeah,
that's
the
what I
whole
mean.
year.
You can't go. That's what I mean. We can't go by last year because he brought over what, like 30 players.
58.
That's what I mean.
Yeah,
College is
Yeah, it was. It's like
58. That's like a whole team.
It's the whole team.
Yeah, it was
man.
crazy. It was nuts. The turnover ratio on that. But listen, I was impressed.
Listen,
I'm not gonna lie to you.
I'm completely impressed. Right. Listen, here's my scenario. Right. If I'm Prime, right, this is what I do. You let it run for a couple more weeks, get them accustomed to both sides, right? In all honesty, it's never been done before. 112 snaps playing both sides of the field, never been done, right? Last person I can remember doing it is Charles Woodson from Michigan, and I watched him because that's the team that I follow, but never to that criteria to where it is. So what I say is
snaps.
Relax a little bit. Exactly my point, but relax a little bit. Let him go a couple more. Bring it down a little bit. Pick a position where he's going to play most of it, right? And I'm with Paulo. Put him at cornerback where he can lock a receiver down, solidify your defense, right? And pick packages where he plays on offense.
Yeah,
because if you keep him out there for all these games, eventually he's going to tire out. He's going to get hurt. You don't want to do that to the young kid because in college, you know how it is. You lose one, your season could be over.
Yep.
Yeah.
I wouldn't completely take him out of the offense, but like you said, just put him in a couple of packages here and there.
Exactly.
Just trick and it'll be smart for Dion because what you'll do is just throw off that defense. Oh shit, Travis Hunter's in here now. Now, hey, let's go to the other guy as a decoy.
Yes.
Yeah,
but he listen with that win yesterday. He woke up a lot of universities. He woke them up.
Well, he committed. He originally committed to Florida State. He's a sophomore, so he committed to Florida State. Then when Dion took the Jackson State job, he decommitted, and he got criticized for going. Oh, you're going to Jackson State, HBCU, blah blah blah. But I think it was a smart decision. You're a cornerback, right? You're a cornerback. You play 2 ways. Dion played two. We forget Dion played 2 ways too. I'm a Cowboys fan. I went Super Bowl 30. Yeah. First quarter, Troy Aikman.
That's why he signed with Dallas in the time.
Because
they told him he could play wide receiver.
Exactly.
They told him he could play wide receiver.
But that can also be a reason why he didn't want to go to Florida State or any other colleges because they probably didn't want him to do both sides. Yeah. And what other coach is going to allow him to do it?
Maybe Prime. But
exactly the person who did it himself.
So him going to Jackson State to get coached by a Hall of Fame cornerback, probably one of the best to ever do it. I think it was a smart move. Then he follows him to Colorado. Listen, that was the first time I watched him, right? Because obviously, Jackson State is not on television over here. You know what I mean? But I was impressed, and his son. I was impressed with his son too. Like he looks like an NFL quarterback. He has the size, he has the arm, and his decision making. He made all the right decisions yesterday.
He has confidence,
and he does. And I think, listen, this year I'm not saying they're going to be this year's version of TCU, but it's a great start. They're in the Pac-12 where you have USC, who's the favorite with Caleb Williams and stuff, and then you have Oregon with Bo Nix, and I think Utah's pretty good too.
Well, they're always there because of the defense and they're.
But I was impressed.
They're gonna have a few primetime games.
They do. Yeah. Listen, they were on that. They was on TV yesterday. They're going to be on TV this week against Nebraska. They're going to be on TV against USC. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, listen, I during the offseason, I also read the whole transfers and stuff, and I think it was like over 40 players. I think we said that's not how you build a team. Well, guess what? It worked. It worked for 1 week. Yep. It worked and that running back, that Dylan Edwards, Dion's been coaching him since he's 4 years old, and he committed to Notre Dame. And when Dion took Colorado, he decommitted from Notre Dame and followed Prime to Colorado.
They're also going to be in the Big 12 next year.
Yes, they
Well,
are.
that's
gonna
all of a
be-
disaster. And soon it's going to just be a Big 10 and a Big 12 division.
Yeah,
Because everybody's leaving Pac-12 and all that crap.
Yeah,
I think
ACC
this-
got the whole
ACC just added
ACC got Pac-12.
California
Insane.
and
It's the
Stanford.
Big East. They think the Big East.
this
they think
shit is making no sense
It's,
whatsoever.
all,
So
it's money.
you gotta
It's money.
travel.
Money talks, man.
It is
So
money. It is money.
I think I saw something yesterday where the furthest team east and the distance to the furthest team west was like 3,100 miles.
Yeah,
Like-
it
Yeah, of
doesn't
course.
make
The,
sense.
with
This
the new
shit
alignment,
makes-
yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, this shit makes no sense. These conferences are, I mean, they're complaining about all these transfers, these kids transferring. Like, all right, they're transferring, but
Yes.
what is it? What does it show when you're changing conferences as well? Just like it's just like someone's transferring over. You're
Mhm.
following the big money.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it is.
That's
is
why.
for
That's
these-
why I don't.
for
I don't.
these schools.
But that's the thing. Right? So the people with the money can do whatever the hell they want to do. But these kids that don't that are trying to get the money, they get criticized and they get all these bad reviews and the bad comments behind
the
them
best thing.
because of the moves they make.
And the best thing that they did was because you remember back in the not too far long ago, any transfer you transfer to another school, you have to sit out a year. Now you don't, and that's right, because we're not getting off topic here, but like when these coaches, these college basketball coaches, these college football coaches, when Brian Kelly is a perfect example. When he left Notre Dame to LSU, the day that breaking news came, ESPN, Fox, and all these sports outlets was announcing that he accepted it. He's in the kid's living room, recruiting the kid, talking to his parents for Notre Dame. And it's just like, if that kid commits to Notre Dame because of Brian Kelly, he leaves, and now the kid's stuck there because the new coach, that's not his recruit. You know what I mean? And then if he transfers, he has to sit out a year. So when they took out the sit out a year thing, is the best thing ever. And I don't blame this. I love the transfer portal, honestly. It's because if the NCAA is going to treat these kids and treat these things like a business, multi-billion-dollar, you know what I mean? Let these.
I'm
kids
glad
they're
they're allowing these players to play the following year. You know, that's what they should do.
Absolutely.
They should allow these players to play. No problem. Caleb Williams, when he left Oklahoma to go to USC.
Well, what's the
do it? You know what I mean?
What's the point of punishing them a year? Sit out. Sit out for what?
Well, guess what? What they do,
because they're
the
not
NCAA
promising what they were promised, and they're not. I was told I was gonna get this, and that. Now I'm not getting it. I want to go somewhere else that's gonna probably give it to me. Oh, now you're breaking a rule. Oh, let's go, and now you have to wait out a year. It's pretty much BS.
Yeah,
that's all it is.
it is.
We had a friend of ours, which was who played basketball, went to Hofstra. Remember that? He was recruited by a coach who decided to leave, stayed there, and never played.
Yeah.
Because the new coach wasn't fond of the way he played his game. It's all about it, but the coaches can do whatever they want. The NCAA makes the money regardless of the fact.
They was just talking. I was watching North Carolina and South Carolina last night, and there's a kid in North Carolina that's ineligible.
Oh yeah.
Because of the 2-time transfer rule that the NCAA decided to put in January. So this kid transferred. I don't know exactly the schools, but in 2020 with the COVID season,
I think he was in Kent State.
Kent State, I think. There's the whatever conference. I think it's the MAC conference. I think they canceled the whole season. Then he transferred from Kent State to I don't know where, to where when he transferred to that school's conference canceled that season. So he hasn't played football, right? He hasn't played football in 2 years. And then he transferred to North Carolina. So that made him officially a 2-time transfer. 2 days after he committed to North Carolina, the NCAA decides to add this. Well, if you're a 2-time transfer, you have to sit out a year. And his argument is the North Carolina and this kid, I don't know his first name. I think his last name is Walker. He's a wide receiver. His argument is like, I haven't played football in 2 years, so you can't, like, you know what I mean? And they ruled him ineligible. They ruled him ineligible to play. Yes, last week, and he has another hearing, I think, on Thursday. But it's just like, I don't understand. The NCAA is just, they're special. They're special.
And they can do whatever they want. They make all the money. They can do whatever they want.
We're talking about college football. Just the 2 weeks. Just the 2 weeks and a half of March Madness, and you're talking about what, $2.something billion in 2 weeks that they make. Come on,
it's not even just that. The money they make off of the kids' uniforms. I get it. The kids get a free ride to go to school and get the degree.
A
But
lot of
in
NIL
all
deals
reality,
now. A lot of these players are on NIL deals too, so they're making money now. You know, I just seen Caleb Williams was in
Yeah.
Wendy's commercial.
Wendy's.
commercial. These guys are making money now. You know, it sucks
That's the
for
way it
those
should
guys
be.
who.
It should be,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
It should
The
be.
NCAA is making money.
for the third string for the bench for the role players who are. Then some of these guys aren't getting paid.
Yeah, but it's just
Yeah.
like it should be treated just like an NBA team, right? You
Yeah.
got your elite athlete, you know, making the most money, and in college you got Caleb Williams, who's the star of that team. He's going to be making his money. I mean, obviously, you know, Adidas doesn't want to give out an NIL deal to your third string quarterback. I mean, he's never going to be on a playing field. Like, who are you?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So I think
uneven.
the way they should, if you can get a contract from somebody, by all means, great,
Do it.
go.
Do
You
it.
know, but I'm pretty sure a third string quarterback or fourth string quarterback is gonna, you know, what are they gonna get out of it?
You also have to realize too, when these kids get these deals of going to school, right? These full rides, right? Which is amazing, right? And we all look at it like, bro, like you got a full ride, so you can't do any complaining. You're getting a free, which is great, right? But the money these colleges make on these kids,
Yeah, of
is
course.
insane. Jersey sales.
compared.
What
then
is
you
it?
gotta
80,000, 80,000,
then-
100,000 for 4 years?
But then you have to realize, these kids get cards or whatever for their lunches and their dinners. They can't get a job to make more money. Most of these kids are wearing like the sneakers that these schools give them and the attires from the school because the schools give it to them, right? But they can't get a job. Why? Because they have to study and they have like gym, they have to work out, practice, do this. Bro, they're in the university most of the time. I get both sides of the story, but these universities are making tons of money off these athletes.
And listen,
So,
I'm with the players.
Good for the whole transfer. I don't knock on what Prime did. Listen, you left Jackson State. You made them a relevant school because they weren't known. You made them a relevant school. You took the players that you brought over there, and now your job is to make Colorado, which is you already performed week 1, and kudos to them. They performed really well.
Listen, I was impressed.
So I think what's going to happen, I mean, Danny was talking about it before. So they don't have all these, you know, 4 or 5 star recruits, right?
Not yet.
Offensively, exactly. Offensive line, defensive line. So this year is going to be pretty much like a showcase for these players out there. So 58 transfer players this year. It's going to get pretty heavy next year because I think he's about to change the culture in Colorado.
Yes.
I think they're gonna wind up being
he's
an
gonna
Alabama
change.
type. They're gonna be an Alabama type.
You're
as
right,
long as
but-
he's there, though.
But here's the
As
thing.
long as
but
he's
here-
there.
Because
You're
if Florida
right.
State ever gets rid of their coach, I think Florida State's going to throw all the money at him to
You're
go
right,
back.
but here's the
Really gonna
difference.
do that.
But here's the thing. You know why he's going to change it? He's going to change it to where he's changing the game completely, right? And you're right about Alabama. Alabama's a top notch, right? Because they can do whatever they want and get all these top players. But you can't. My thing is you can't compare Prime and Nick Saban, right? You put these two coaches into a room with these players that are 4 or 5 star recruits, right? Prime came from what these players are coming from. Saban doesn't understand that. He's just going to feed him the dream. Prime came from that and became the dream.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So imagine these coaches coming into your room and Saban is saying, I can get you here, right? I can put you in the right direction to get there. And Prime is going to go there and say, listen, I know the direction to get there. I'm going to show you how to get there. So me personally, if that's me, my son or I'm telling you to go to the one who's been where you at and got to where he's at now. So in a few years, if he stays where he's at or wherever he goes, he's going to be the top team in all of football. You'll see. He's going to change it. He's changing it.
Once you get those defensive linemen, those big offensive linemen on his team.
Yeah, because they got pushed around yesterday in the second half.
He was like, yo, Jackson State cannot compete against these Alabama teams.
He said it, yeah. He said it.
Yeah. We don't have the big guys. We don't have these big offensive. Our biggest offensive tackle was 6'3". You got these guys at 6'7", 6'8", 6'6". You know what I mean? 300 and something pounds. You know, create 5-star superstars, man. And he doesn't have that. Now with Colorado, or even who knows, maybe down the line with Florida State.
I think they're gonna make a bowl game. They're gonna make a bowl game. They're gonna make a bowl game.
For
You know
sure.
how much money they're gonna make with even them on the playoff? By them making the playoff.
Yeah, but what do you mean? You need 6 games to make a bowl game.
Not even. Well, yeah, 6 games, but I think depending on how you can get in a bowl game with 5 wins now.
You get them on the college football playoffs. People want to see them now. People are gonna want to see them.
Yeah,
that was a great. That was
a good game. That was a great game yesterday.
For them to play TCU. You know what I mean? It's like I said, they're not the same team as last year, but they just went to the championship. You know what I mean?
And then this week,
now everybody's looking now. Everybody's like, "Oh, look what Colorado did. Look what Deion Sanders did as a coach. Awesome. Let's go ahead. We want to put them on prime time." We'll see how it goes with the rest of the season, though, with that team.
It's a great way to start, man. They
play Nebraska this week. That's an old school rivalry. Well, in the 90s when I started watching college football, I mean, Nebraska is a shell of themselves now.
Nebraska just got a new coach, Matt Rule.
Yeah, and they're still the same Nebraska because I seen a little bit of the game out there, and they blew the lead in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, but why? He still has players that he's probably trying to get rid of.
Right? No, yeah, that's a work in progress. Nebraska.
You know what I mean? So it still takes a little bit, but. Listen, they were 21 and a half point underdogs. So what he did yesterday was very impressive, man.
Yeah,
very impressive. But at the end of the day, if you want to talk about it, it's college football. It's the top dogs that's still going to stay the playoffs top 4. It's going to be Alabama's, the Georgia's. It's not going to change until the playoffs gets bigger and these players start seeing they can go somewhere else.
Next year you'll go to 12. I think.
Like I'm a Michigan fan, right? I at number 2, I don't see them as a number 2. I don't.
Yeah, I was surprised.
That powerful as a team, but it is what it is.
I thought Alabama was going to be 2. I had Michigan.
But being ranked still doesn't really matter.
It's
people jump all the time. Who cares at this point? But Colorado had a really impressive win. Great way to start the college season.
It was a fun game to watch.
I think Colorado's going to win. They're going to beat Nebraska. Nebraska lost.
Yeah, I think so too. They might come out sluggish, hangover, I guess, a little bit, but once they settle in, though, I think they should handle that.
Travis Hunter. That's what it is, right?
Travis Hunter.
So I'm gonna throw a curveball at you guys.
Is this a surprise?
Is it about the Martian? Because he just hit another home run earlier.
Did he really?
That's the Martian. Let's talk about JT Stewart.
A little bit too late. A little bit too late for our Yankees, huh?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yankees.
Let's talk about.
Don't talk about them. You guys are worse than us. All right. You freaking Mets.
That's a whole topic. That's another day story right there.
Oh, Mets.
Let's talk about this this USA team that's playing in this FIBA Basketball World Cup.
Yeah. What about it?
So bad.
110-104 losers.
They were down by 30 at halftime, man.
Was it 30?
30 at halftime.
At halftime.
Wow. I mean, who is organizing this team? Because I'm looking at this roster right here, right? And what is going on?
Nobody wanted to play.
Bobby Portis Jr., Josh Hart, Austin Reeves.
Second leading scorer, Austin Reeves.
And Josh Hart is your leading rebounder. What the fuck is going? What is this?
It's a bad.
But it's what happened not too long ago when they were struggling, when they put Vince Carter and Kevin Garnett and Vin Baker, and then these teams were struggling, and then it got to the point where Kobe said, they asked him, he goes, "Yeah, I'm coming because I'm sick of you motherfuckers losing."
They want that to happen again.
But you're not gonna get these star players to be playing in the World Cup for basketball. I don't think I'll never see that happen. I don't know.
But it
maybe it's just me.
Maybe
it's just me.
But these guys are, wearing, those 3 letters on their chest. Why wouldn't you want to be part of that?
No,
Like,
I get it. I get
You're right,
it.
but I think but this might be the only sport where it doesn't really matter to them. Like,
but it should. I mean, this is the only dominant fucking sport we have.
you're right.
Or we used to have.
If you look at it like soccer, right? I'm Portuguese, right? The Portuguese community.
We all are, man. Even Danny.
Portuguese and Danny's Puerto Rican. Yo, and Danny, you can.
But my DNA says I'm 40% Portuguese.
No, but you can sit there and say the classic, the baseball classic, the Puerto Rican. You guys take it like to another level because you guys want to win. The players want to play. As a Met fan, your player got injured and he said he wouldn't have changed it because he wanted to win for his country. At this point, I don't think the USA basketball players. I don't think they care about it. Like these players,
I don't think they care about the World Cup, like basketball.
I think they want to play like even baseball though. Hockey's the same way. Like we have Canadian family members that just winning the Canadian Cup in the Olympics is huge for them.
No, it is.
For some of the USA basketball, to them, it probably doesn't matter.
But this should be a stepping stone for the Olympics, right? Is it not?
It is because we qualified for the Olympics because two countries
so,
lost today.
This is why I'm really starting to hate the NBA because these players are becoming soft as fuck to the point where you can't even take pride in your country and represent your country and go play overseas, wearing those 3 letters on your chest. I mean, the Olympics used to be this big hoorah shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it seems like these guys just don't care anymore.
Okay, but let me ask you a question, right? Since you just brought that up, right? Me personally, right? Besides Kevin Durant and you got LeBron James, they've shown and performed out in these USA teams, right? They got the medals to prove it, right? What other players would you have wanted to join this team?
Dame Lillard.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going. You just took the name right out of my mouth. Dame.
I mean, I think he's just
Jimmy
worried
Butler.
about trying.
Jimmy, I get
Steph
if he
Curry.
because they went to the finals and stuff. Like,
Steph Curry. I mean, your
those
top
guys,
elite players, man. Your all-stars should be your fucking Olympic players.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Plain and simple.
Yeah.
Jason Tatum
I
should be
think
out there.
Embiid has become a U.S. citizen. He should have been on there.
Carl Anthony Towns is playing for the Dominican Republic.
Yeah, he's Dominican. His mom's Dominican.
We could have used him today.
Bro,
Rebounding at least.
Well, there's Walker Kessler. They got Walker Kessler.
Walker Kessler. Austin Reeves. Like, I get it. He had a good season, but he's
Josh Hart.
Bobby.
Listen,
Portis,
you cannot have Jaren
Jackson.
You can't have Jaren Jackson.
He's good, but he shouldn't be up there.
Mikal Bridges.
Jaren Jackson is not that. I don't see.
He's a defensive player.
Him.
He's a defensive player. He had one rebound.
Let me name the players, and you guys say yes or no.
What happened?
Let me name the players, and you guys say yes or no.
If I would put him on the team, go ahead.
Yes. Paulo Banchero.
No.
I would say yes, but in the back, all the way in the back. I like his game.
Yeah.
I like his game.
I say yes, you know what I mean, because he's a young, talented American.
You're talking about the David. You're talking about the David. You're talking about the David Wingate, bro, to sit in the bench.
No, he can play.
Mikal Bridges.
No.
He won good season for the Nets.
No.
And not even. You
Half
know
a
what I
season.
mean? He was a role player in Phoenix. He comes to the Nets. He shows off his game.
Good two-way player.
Good two-way player, but like I said, this was his first season, and they look at him like that. We look at him, and he's like, okay, he's a decent superstar. You know what I mean? But Jalen Brunson.
He should have been an NBA All-Star.
Yes.
I
agree with that.
Yeah, but he's not a USA player. He's
not a USA player.
I'm a Knicks fan, but he's not a USA
We're all Knicks
player.
fans. We're
he's
all
not a
Knicks
USA
fans.
player.
No, we're not all Knicks.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. Yeah, you
okay,
are.
you're a Celtics fan, but you're on with 3 Knicks fans. So,
but you gotta give it to Jalen. I think he's in the next couple of years. We'll see what he's gonna wind up being.
I say yes,
I
say
would
yes
put
to
him.
Jalen
I would
Brunson.
put him
But
deep
Coming
on
off
the
the
bench.
bench.
not your starting point guard.
Coming
No,
off the bench.
no,
Coming off the bench.
no.
Anthony Edwards.
Yes.
Yes.
I say yes. He's
Yes.
probably the big yes.
The best
He-
player.
and
He's
he
our best
has-
player.
And he is the best player on this team,
Yes, by
without
far.
a
Yes.
doubt.
He dropped 35 today. You know,
Yeah.
he's still, Tyrese Halliburton.
Yes,
No,
No.
I like him.
Okay.
but I don't think he's
I
a
say yes.
USA top.
He's
guy.
he's an upcoming superstar. Could have been
Yes,
with the
he
Knicks.
is.
I,
Yes, he is.
That's not
I
good.
don't know. I got to skip. I got to take OB.
but hold on, but Danny,
OB.
let me ask you, but Danny, if we, I get it, we should have,
Listen,
No point guarding.
we-
we should have, but
Dude.
if we have him, do we get Brunson though?
Probably
Listen,
not.
there could have been so many what ifs. The New York Knicks
Yeah,
should have
it's
won
always
like
what if.
like
Yeah,
10
we have-
championships within the last 15 years
There's
if they
what
would have
if on
drafted the
everybody.
right player.
Yeah,
Jason Hart.
What?
I don't know who that is. Who
Jason
that
Hart.
is? Who is that?
Is that a
Jason
player
Hart,
that you
man.
made up in your NBA
Yeah.
2K? I don't even know who the hell that guy
Who's
is.
Jason?
Oh,
I know
Josh
Josh
Hart.
Hart.
Josh Hart.
Josh Hart.
You know
dude.
what?
Come
I
on.
think Jason Tatum for a second. Sorry, I'm thinking
No.
Jason Tatum.
Hell no.
I
No.
love,
Fucking no.
I love Josh Hart. When we
No.
traded for him,
But no
I told
Josh
all
Hart.
of you guys that it was a nice
No.
sneaky trade, but no, not Team USA material.
I
Team
love
USA.
his passion and all that, but
Yeah,
fuck no,
definitely,
he's not
definitely.
a fucking USA player. No.
Brandon Ingram.
No.
I say yes.
No.
Why?
I
Why?
say yes. No, you have to look at position-wise. The Brandon Ingram's type of players. Brandon
Hell
Ingram.
no.
He's a top 5 small forward in the league, man.
But he always gets banged up.
You know.
I say
No?
yeah. I say
Yeah.
yes.
I'm
I
gonna
say
I'm gonna
yes
lean
as
towards
well.
no, because
No.
because are we doing we're doing this with the intentions of like, if it's not them, who else, right? So if he's playing that position,
That's
you're
the
talking
thing.
about
Who else
Kevin
would you
Durant,
add?
Jason
But that's
Tatum,
Kevin Durant,
Jason Tatum.
you
You know what I mean?
Bro,
I'd
Bro,
rather
there's
go
so
with
many,
those guys.
so many other players I would put in front of him. So many.
And plus, he went to Duke. It's like, let me stop.
LeBron
He's
James.
not-
you-
He's not. He's a decent player. Like I don't know.
Go ahead.
Jaren Jackson Jr.
No.
Yes.
Yes, just
No.
because you need
No.
some type of
Height.
big type of guy.
Yes.
No, I find him overrated.
I
to
think
me, in
he's
my
trash.
opinion.
I think he's
Yeah.
trash. No.
Very overrated player. You know what I mean? It's
You think so?
And one of the nastiest jump shots. You know, I think he was
No.
watching my video. He was watching my that video I sent you guys of me shooting threes. You know, at the park by myself. You know, I think he was watching those videos. Cam Johnson.
No.
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 No, fuck no, Cam Johnson.
Absolutely not.
No.
And listen, that's a Tar Heel. Nah, no way.
Walker Kessler.
Definitely not.
Who the fuck?
You know, no. Let me tell you something about Walker Kessler.
Oh, here we go. You're really
okay,
gonna
no
try to
Team
make a case
USA.
for Walker
But if you're
Kessler
looking,
to
if
be
you're
on Team
looking
USA,
if you're looking for American centers, you know,
we don't have,
American
it's barely
centers,
any.
There is. That's what I'm saying. So I would say no, but
Who we play today?
Bobby
Luke
Porter. I don't
Livigno,
even
right?
know I should mention Bobby Portis and Austin Reed to you guys. 'cause
When they
that's-
told him that he was
Shit.
probably in the team, his eyes was probably. You saw the way he looked at the probably like his eyes probably opened up even bigger than what it is. How they put Bobby Portis on the team?
you got you got bench players. You know,
This
these
is
guys.
what I
run-
don't get.
You got 6, 7, players coming off the bench. They don't even start for their own teams, and they're on
And
Team
listen,
USA.
I'm gonna be.
Bro,
be
I'd
honest.
rather. I
haven't
would've
watched
put
the
Mitch-
game.
Disrespecting the world. That's
Bro, I would've
disrespecting
put-
the world.
You guys
'Cause
know
you're-
how much I love Mitchell Robinson. I would put Mitchell Robinson on that team
You,
over that
you
motherfucker.
love Mitchell Robinson?
Fuck no, I don't.
That's what I was gonna say. You just
That's
Yeah,
me. That's me
Who
being
became
sarcastic
Rob?
as fuck.
that's not what you said.
I'm
That's a
being
long
sarcastic
arms,
as
man.
fuck right now.
I would put Hartenstein. Hartenstein is better than half of these players.
God, man.
It's bad, man.
It's not. Listen, it's not. Look,
No.
for a World Cup of basketball, I think this is the type of team you're going to get. I don't think it's going to be a sense of urgency by LeBron, Steph.
I wouldn't even
KD.
do. I would get rid of that center position and just go like 3 forwards.
But it's like we just said, like all the centers, like all the centers in the NBA, they're non-American.
Dude, I would go Durant, Williamson, Anthony
Then
Davis,
Who's
Julius Randle, Paul George. Like,
But but
What
a
are we
lot of
doing?
a lot of the players we mentioned, like the LeBrons,
the
let's
superstars?
say, the superstars, the American superstars, they're getting They're
They're getting up there.
They're 30. Yeah, they're not young anymore. You know what I mean?
That's your job.
That is your job.
Train these little motherfuckers.
That's
how to be professional ball players.
That's why there's Austin Reeves
but then the thing is, you're right, Paula. You know what? You're right. The age thing comes into factor. What Danny said, right? But you also have to realize, like LeBron James, we all know and hear that he has the biggest ego in the world, right? So why would you want like another countryman? Like say Antetokounmpo, let's say, and I don't even know who's there. I haven't watched any of it, right? I could care less right now.
Luka's playing.
Right? But let's say Luka, right? Let's say Luka goes in, dominates, his team wins it all. Why would you want the world to know as Luka, listen, he's the number one player. He dominates the NBA. He went into the USA, the Olympic, whatever you want to call it, the trial, dominated there. So why isn't he the number one player in the world? And LeBron James wants to be called that, right? That's why he keeps playing. That's why he keeps training. So maybe he should put into that.
I think they will in the Olympics, 2024 Olympics. I think they're going to commit.
No, for that they will. Like, I think he'll be his last. I think he'll be like the last.
A lot of our players going to be their last. But if they go down, like they lost to Lithuania. Lithuania is a top team, but it's not. You know what I mean? Not one of these top teams, the Slovenians with this guy with Luka, and France team, Spain. The Hernan Gomez brothers are playing in Spain. They're playing hard.
They got eliminated by Canada. These boy RJ Barrett is balling for Team Canada.
Germany.
Let's get these pissed off.
The Wagner boys and Dennis Schroeder without the gold strip.
He was going to fight his coach today.
He scared the crap out of this guy. What's his name? Dirk. Yeah, Dirk seen him. Whoa! He ain't recognize he ain't had the strip no more. That gold strip he got on.
Who else you got?
That's
the whole team. Is that the whole team?
That's the whole team.
Oh, from USA.
Yeah, I didn't mention Austin Reeves or the other guy.
You want me to name? You want me to name a player that should be in this team, but his off the court, decision making.
John Morant.
Exactly.
Idiot player.
Exactly.
Listen, I love that meme they did with him with this guy's gangster. His real name's Clarence, and they start showing all the he went to a private school. That was hilarious, man.
No, but these players, man. The NBA is the one sport that I don't think it's that big. And listen, and what did it take? It took a player that cares about winning, like that we know of, which was Kobe, which was asked, and he said, "Yeah, I'm gonna join because I'm sick of you motherfuckers losing." It's his exact words. And he said, "I'm gonna get these," and it showed the way he played. Right, one of his best friends, which was Paul Gasol, right, and he ran through the motherfucker through a pick. And Paul Gasol, he said, I couldn't believe it. We're not friends on the court. Yeah. It is what it is. That's what we need. That's not what the NBA is anymore, man. We don't have that anymore. The game is soft. It's too many friendships and all that.
Because the era we grew up, with our '90s Knicks, Chicago with Jordan.
And to be honest, we're not going to see that no time soon either.
No, you're never going to see that again. You're never going to see that again. They're all friends. AAU basketball. They come up from AAU basketball.
We'll see.
Listen, we'll get into more basketball.
While the world is getting better, while the world is getting better,
come October, November, we'll get back into.
We'll have our NBA predictions. Celtics.
To NBA.
Let's go
Celtics. Knicks.
All right, so we're gonna try to do another one before the season, NFL season. I wanna pick a three-team game and see what we can do as far as records concerned. Who's the better picker out of all of us?
Yeah,
I got some in mind already, but
I haven't even looked, honestly. Well, it starts Thursday. That's
what I'm saying. I think we should probably do something. We should probably do something Wednesday. And
we could do that. But can I say something too? Like, the whole Jonathan Taylor trade thing. I think Jim Irsay's like a dumbass. Like I'm not because I'm a Dolphin fan, but man, I can't stand this fucking guy. Holy shit, this guy, like, man, I'm reading everything, Twitter, all these fucking accounts, and I'm hearing that he wants to get the fuck out of this town, and go look for a trade. And I'm hearing Miami got doctors over there to see if he's okay to play. And then you hear what the fuck he's asking for. Like, come on, you pretty much you weren't trying to trade the fucking guy.
Nope.
And not only that, you fucked me over. I drafted this fucking guy, and I gotta sit out 4 fucking weeks on my team.
Thank you. Because I was getting ready to write that name if you wasn't gonna pick him up. I was getting ready to
fucking jackass, bro.
Jonathan Taylor is gonna be Jonathan Taylor and McCaffrey, CMC. I had it written.
And then I read that he's pissed off that he was put on the public team. That he put on the public. That he's trying to fucking play.
Yeah.
But this guy doesn't make any fucking sense. He's asking for Jalen Waddle, Christian Wilkinson, and 2nd-round picks. Are you fucking insane?
Yeah, so then he could go back to Jonathan Taylor and say, hey, look, we tried.
That's all it was. That's all it was. That's all it was. And I'm like,
and he's out there. I think he's out there saying he feels bad for the situation. He feels bad for the city and the team and the fans. But you should make it right and pay the fucking guy.
Yeah, but he's that running back.
But if he's that much, but he's honestly the best player on that team
by far.
You take him out. What the fuck do they have? I mean, if you want to keep that team and that city happy, right? The fans happy. You pay that man. He's the one that's bringing those fans to the fucking stadium.
I read he wants, I think it was $15 million per season.
Well, that's a lot because I think McCaffrey
Joey
McCaffrey's about 16, I think.
Also wants $30 million. That's a lot of fucking money.
Bosa wants to get paid. He ain't playing. He deserves it.
I think
he deserves it. I'm a little surprised. Like it's.
Listen, these running
tomorrow starts to officially week 1, like the week of week 1, and they saying he's gonna show up, but I'm a little surprised that it's not locked up yet.
I think what they should do is pay these running backs, right? But not give them so many years. I would do like a max two-year contract. Yeah, 2-3 years, and that's it.
And throw in a lot of
look at this. But look, that's usually their value.
But this is how they do it, right? So like the next running back that's going to fill it when the time comes will be Bijan Robinson, right? Rookie, 5 first-round picks. So it's a 4-year deal with a team option with the 5th. Most likely, when that time comes, Atlanta will pick it up. That's 5 years of running him down to the ground, and then you can tag him for 2 years. So that's 7 years.
Yep.
Listen. Me being a Cowboys fan, Zeke is a perfect example. Yeah, we gave him the contract, but Zeke led the league in rushing 2 out of the first 3 years, and we ran him down to the point where he's 28, 29, and last season when he would run, it looked like he was like 50 years old.
That's what they do to them.
And then it's just like, okay, like 7 years is enough.
And it's the only position where the franchise tag, the price goes down.
Yeah, Saquon Barkley didn't hub that part. That part.
The problem.
No, but even that, 2 years ago, the franchise tag was at $14 million, and now it's at 10, 11.
10.
Or it was at, I think it was at 12.75 2 years ago. Now it's at 10 point something.
Yeah.
But the thing is, bro, the guy, if you're not, the guy wants to win, right? He wants to get out of there. He's not telling you where he wants to go. He preferred to go to Miami. He even said the rumor was going around that he would take less. Well, he would sign a contract with Miami, an extension less, right? Why though? We all know there's no state tax there. So whatever you take less, you're gonna make in the end run because you're not gonna pay state tax in that state, right? So regardless of the fact, that's the reason why he wanted to take less, right? But he wants to win, right? You don't have a team around him to win, right? You throw him under the bus saying that he could have played last year while he was hurt. He didn't want to play. He didn't like that. I just don't understand these owners at times just opening their mouths and just going and going. Bro, this is
My
your
owner.
best player on your team. Just shut the fuck up, let him play, and make him happy.
Well, the owners go.
But
The
in
owners,
reality,
the
it
owners
doesn't
follow
matter.
each other. No, like with like you seen the Giants with Saquon. You seen who else was the Raiders with Jacobs. You know, like okay, all right. No, this running backs are not getting paid. They're not going to get paid. And Jim Irsay's doing the same thing. Like
as a Dolphin fan, I stated, right, the big mistake that the Dolphins didn't make was trying to go get Dalvin Cook, right? Why? Because our running backs seem to always get injured. These guys, for some reason, these running backs, we got 4 or 5 of them. Yeah, we got 4 or 5 that love to get injured.
It's
And
that
we're already
Florida,
down. And then
Florida water.
it's disgusting. That water, it fucks all these running backs up. Right, and then now I'm hearing, oh, we got the rookie, what's his name?
Yeah,
Chris something, whatever, it's number 33. He's supposed to get a big load. No, that's Achane, and he's battling a shoulder injury, but they got a new running back that he made the team or whatever. Yeah, he made the team. He was impressive. He was playing against third-string running defensive players.
yeah, you got to take preseason with like a little. Gotta come on, like the week 1 speed compared to preseason speed is probably completely different.
I've said it. You can't go by these rookies, right? You don't know what they're gonna do. You can say whatever they did in college. You do whatever you can do to go get a player in the NFL that has shown you what he can do. Dalvin Cook, Jonathan Taylor. I'm a Dolphin fan, and I was okay if the Dolphins gave up a first-round pick to get Jonathan Taylor. You get Jonathan Taylor in that offense, and the defense does its job. You're talking about a 28, 29 pick. Not too many players are drafted that are all-star, like Hall of Famers, like you know what I mean. They don't pan out that great.
Well, I'm glad he didn't make that trade.
Of course you are.
Because he has 4 wins.
We can't pay running backs. Why not? These guys are your workhorses.
Want to know why? You want to know why? Because when you have Isaiah Pacheco being the leading rusher of a Super Bowl championship team, they're saying, okay, anybody can really do that.
That's every team, though.
So that doesn't have to cause to these top 10 running backs. You know what I mean? When you have Isaiah Pacheco.
That's the 49ers.
We have the 49ers. The year the 49ers went to the Super Bowl
who was he?
You know what I mean? Like, you could get to the Super Bowl without...
The Green Bay Packers, Aaron Jones. Who was he? He's a 3rd round pick or 2nd round.
The Rams, when the Rams won the Super Bowl a couple years ago, who was Darrell Henderson, Cam Akers,
Wow.
Like so that's not so these owners see that and it's like, all right, you know what, you could get a 6th round.
That's why you're seeing a lot of teams with this double wide receiver core. You just need 2 decent fucking running backs, and you'll be all right.
In Miami's case 5, 4, 5.
I gotta find out what's this guy's name.
4 or 5.
They keep talking about it. I'm like, yeah, he's gonna get a workload. I'm like, whatever, bro.
Okay. We got Saquon. It's Matt Breida. Come on, man. This guy can't fucking get you like 4 yards, 3 yards, and stuff like that. That sucks. You want a guy who can break away and then throw him the ball.
Daniel Jones, man, he's going to run for 1,000 yards.
He might.
No, I think they're going to throw. I think the contract that he got. I mean, I think this year they're going to ask a lot for him with his arm.
Every place can go to Darren Waller. It's going to be Darren Waller and this guy and Saquon. Yeah. If not run. Your first option is Darren Waller. Your second option is Saquon. They're not open. Run. That's what they're going to tell him to do.
I think I'm gonna change my my prediction for the Giants. 2 wins.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
His name is Chris Brooks. The running back is Chris Brooks, a rookie, right? But I also heard with the Giants. Where in practice that Daniel Jones would only look for Waller, which is great for whoever drafted Waller in fantasy because the guy was always open. Maybe it's a good thing for him or it's a bad thing for whoever drafted the Giants defense. The guy was always open, right?
That guy drafted the Giants defense up top.
Was it
Giants defense?
It was you.
So they said that the coach told him, like, listen, stop throwing it to him. Look for someone else. And he's like, okay. The next play, he went to Waller. The next play, went to Waller. You know what they did? They took Waller out of the game. Like, yo, you got to learn how to throw to somebody else.
Is he then? Like, I don't see Eli Manning and Daniel Jones. I'm sorry. Like, I'm not saying people are trying to compare that, but I think Giant fans are hoping for it. I don't see it.
Only the looks. Eli was a pocket quarterback. You know, he does the same look that the dumb looks that Eli used to do.
That's how he stood in the
corner. That's how Daniel Jones be, or that fake silly smile.
He looks lost, like he don't know what's going on.
But he's a decent runner. As long as he can stay up and not fall like he did that long run he had and no one tackled him.
Decent runner. I mean, listen, Eli Manning, when the time was needed to make a play, especially during those Super Bowl runs, he made it. And this is coming from a Cowboy fan.
Eli was a winner, bro.
Okay, I can't stand the Giants.
Let me ask you guys a question.
I'm gonna be honest. Like, I'm gonna be realistic. You can make that face all you want, bro.
But let me ask you guys a question, right? Like, you know, football's around the corner, and I'm like in love with this thing. And in all reality, in all realistic, let's be realistic when I ask you this question, right? Because Paula, you're a Bears fan, Danny, you're a Giants fan, Mike, a Cowboys fan, I'm a Dolphins fan. And all real and all, not what you want, right? What do you expect your team to do this year, like record-wise?
Well, first off, Danny, don't talk to me this week. Starting tomorrow, I want to see you. I want to talk to you or see you. I'm not starting. I'm gonna think about this.
Happy birthday this week.
Go with Paulo.
Oh,
Wednesday's my birthday.
I mean,
happy birthday.
As a 3-win team, yeah. I mean, I think we got better on offense. Even on defense as well too.
You spent most of your money there.
Right. I'm expecting seriously about 7-8 wins.
I see it as well.
7-8.
You need more than that. You have Chicago in the playoffs, right?
I see that as well, but I can see more because I don't see the division.
I would love more. Hell yeah. I mean, who wouldn't want more? But I think 7-8 wins is progression. You know what I mean? It all like I said, it all depends on the connection with Justin Fields and Moore and
total wins 7.
Huh?
Total wins 7 is what you're saying.
Yeah, 7-8 wins. Yeah. Okay. Hopefully more. But
I mean, that division is. I mean, Detroit is the favorite, but I think outside of honestly,
you still can't count the Vikings out. I mean,
you can't. And listen, I'm not gonna count Green Bay out either.
It's gonna be the Lions, Vikings, and then Bears and Packers.
The Vikings are good.
I like the Lions a lot, but I still think it's
because the Lions are favorites because most players don't wear knee pads anymore.
Yeah.
It's because this fucking coach got players biting people at the knees. These people don't wear. The players wear knee pads. There's more protection. They can last longer.
Yeah.
But so what do you see your Giants doing this year, bro, man?
I think they achieved last year. So I'm looking at 9 wins as well. I think they're going to decrease. I don't think they're going to win the division. I don't think, they might not even make the playoffs. We have a harder schedule this year, too. So.
Yes, you guys do. So, I mean, we don't. Our schedule's not that far.
9 wins, and the 9 wins are going to be close game wins. They're going to be like, final drive, we kick a field goal, or we make a stop type wins.
But that's what you had last year too, though.
Yeah. I know, but last year we won a couple more games. This year, I think we're gonna go, probably 9-8 this year.
You weren't on the first.
Yeah, I know. I missed the
first.
Trust me.
9 wins.
While you guys, when I was playing it in my car driving home from work, I was commentating myself, and so I was part of it.
Do you want to give us your predictions? In my mind, I was, huh? Do you want to give us your predictions?
No, if it's quick, it would be. Hold on 1 second. I have it here. Just give me 1 second.
So while he does that, Mike, what do you see your Cowboys doing?
I mean, listen, I can vent all day about my Cowboys. Listen,
damn you, Cowboys.
Listen, if to have we're coming off back-to-back 12-win seasons, I would love that. I would love that again. I have them 10-7, 11-6. Just because it's the Cowboys. You guys know I love them. I go crazy for them. But in the back of my head is always that they're going to shoot themselves in the foot. It always happens. This year, being realistic, like I said in the first episode, this is probably their best chance to reach the Super Bowl. And I'm not saying that because I'm just being a Cowboys fan. In the NFC, I think it's Philly, San Francisco, and Dallas. And Dallas being Dallas, everybody, team that everybody hates to love or whatever you want to call it. But let's be real. Like, the talent is there. The offensive line, when it's healthy, is top 5. The defense, to me, is top 3.
I don't know. Top 3 is big.
Who you got?
Eagles,
Eagles,
49ers,
San Francisco?
Bills.
Yeah.
I got Cowboys top 5.
Giants.
I made top 5.
Okay, top 5. Okay, top 5. But
Don't say
I'm
Giants.
no.
Smoking over there.
Listen.
We got the cornerback too, so
No, you got a good team. Not top
got a
5
good team.
Giants.
top 5 defense.
No.
I'm predicting a top 5 defense.
I think-
Don't write it down, Paulo. Don't write that one down.
I think
Write that one down in pencil.
I think
Erase
Michael
that
Parsons.
shit.
Erase it in mid-season.
I think Michael Parsons is going to win Defensive Player of the Year. I think the addition of Stephon Gilmore was huge.
That was huge. Yes. He still got a couple of miles in him. He's all right.
Yeah. Listen, we don't need. Listen, we just listen.
Yo.
If I'll tell you this though, I don't see it. But if we get the Stephon Gilmore version in New England, watch out, because you're shutting down half that field. You're shutting down half the field.
And also you're not having. He's not D'ing up the top receiver.
No, that
That's
would probably
this
be
guy.
Diggs.
That Diggs.
Yeah,
That's
that
Diggs.
would- listen, the talent is there. The number one question with the Dallas Cowboys is what? The quarterback. Listen, I
picked him this year. He's gonna do.
I think Dak. Listen, the way the NFC is shaping up to be, I won't. I think Dak could take us to the Super Bowl this year. Why not? You know what I mean? Then this whole Trey Lance trade. I mean, I'm still trying to wrap my head around. I still don't know why we did it, but I don't know. They know what they're doing. I think I question it. You know what I mean? Because that's just a typical Jerry Jones move, right? Like Dak's been. Well, Cowboys are always on TV getting talked about, but Dak is always about the interceptions. This offseason has been Dak's interceptions, this and that, where he hold the Cowboys back. And then it's like Jerry Jones is like, oh, you know what? They haven't been talking about that enough. Let me go get Trey Lance. So then during the season, if we have any little bump, then what's going to be the conversation on First Take? What's going to be the conversation on Undisputed with Skip Bayless and all them? It's going to be Trey Lance. And I feel like that's unnecessary. That's unnecessary pressure that we don't need. We already have enough spotlight on us. You know what I mean? Jerry Jones, I don't know. But like I said, I think I'm gonna say 11-6. I'm gonna say 11-6. I'm worried about the backup running back position. I'm worried about the backup, even though I like Deuce Vaughn. Hopefully Darren Sproles 2.0.
Yeah. Tony Pollard's great, man. Tony Pollard's great. I think.
Yeah, and we got Brandon Cooks.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Gallup being a 3 instead of a 2, I think it's better for us. The tight end position.
Listen, I should Mayor.
Yeah, I wanted that. Then we ended up picking up Michigan's guy. I forget his name. Shoemaker, right? Something like that. Yeah, I think Jake Ferguson is the starter. But listen, every year is Super Bowl bust with the Cowboys. Not me as a fan. They've broken my heart so many times and stuff. Just be consistent, making the playoffs back-to-back years, 12 wins back-to-back years. Just be consistent and stuff like that, and see what happens. But this year, like I said in the first episode, Eagles, 49ers, Cowboys. So this year, I'm kind of like, you know what? Why not us? Why not?
I got Miami. I see definitely not the Giants, but I see Miami the same. I see Miami 10-7, 11-6. Only because we all said with the Tua thing. If the guy can stay healthy, and then they also think Miami always gets injured, right? But my concern more is the injuries on offense. If Tua can stay healthy, and these running backs can stay healthy, because these running backs, to me, they fall like they're just soft, bro. Like one time, this guy goes, I had no idea that Jeff Wilson was injured. No, I had no clue he was something was bothering the guy.
Yeah,
I was just asking a fellow family member of mine. I'm like, why isn't Jeff Wilson playing? And then I hear he's on the pup list. Like so.
I mean, that's good for me. That's good for
offense.
me.
The injuries on offense. So I see, and Miami also does have a hard schedule. So our division is always hard. So I see Miami 10-7, 11-6 as well. But even with that record, I see 10-7, 11-6 with a possibility of not even making the playoffs.
With that conference, shit.
But
like I said, with the Cowboys 11-6, but it would surprise me they go 9-8. No, 8-9. No, because that's just the story of my life.
Dak needs to cut down on those interceptions.
I think he will. Like, I'm being all honest. Like, just this is the football fan of talking. I think he will. Listen, we talked about in the first episode. Some of those interceptions was right. It was right in the player's hands. Like, yeah, he did have some terrible ones. The one in the divisional round against San Francisco, the first on the sideline. I don't know where he was throwing to. The Texans game when we were backed up in the end zone, throwing that interception. Thank God the defense held it. Like, you can't those type of interceptions, yeah, but most of them was like hitting receivers' hands. Wrong routes running that was ran. You know what I mean? So
interceptions are interceptions, man.
And then you got and then you have a head coach where
the receivers put that sticky glue, that Jerry Rice used to use.
They got the
little Giants when he put his hand in the motherfucking thing and say, I'm ready.
That's
shit.
That's it. Listen, but
so man, who do you got as your
go ahead. Yeah.
I'm just gonna go quick, and I might leave say a couple of things about maybe not, but just a couple of teams. I go AFC East, Buffalo Bills. But you remember the Broncos when Broncos were when what's his name, when Elway making Super Bowls and not winning. They didn't win until they got a running game. You said it, D. You know what I mean? They need a running back. You know what I mean? I don't think James Cook is the man to take them all the way, but they still need a running back. But I got them. I got Kansas City. You think I'm not gonna knock off the champs just yet? Baltimore and Jacksonville. They're quite simple. And NFC, I got the Eagles. AFC West, I got San Francisco. The North, I got Minnesota. I still don't think he can knock off Minnesota just yet. I think their defense got a little bit better too this offseason. And New Orleans. That's it.
Who was your East?
My East?
Yeah.
I said the Eagles.
Okay.
San Francisco.
San Francisco.
Special people there. You want to bring out the guitar?
You need your wild card. You need your wild card.
What's your wild cards?
Hold on. Minnesota and New Orleans.
Yep, got it.
My wild cards are going to be Dallas. What was it? Dallas, Detroit, and Carolina. Carolina's the 7th team. With Philadelphia going all the way to the finals. And I think it's going to be another on the AFC. I got Miami, I got the Chargers, and I got Cincinnati. Cincinnati being the last team.
So you don't have the Jets in the playoffs?
No, I don't have the Jets in the playoffs this year.
That's rude. That's rude.
I'm sorry, buddy, but you know what I mean? It is what it is. I still got to see. A lot of people say,
who's your AFC winner?
Oh, AFC winners, I'm sorry, Kansas City.
So you got Super Bowl
rematch.
So you got Eagles and Chiefs.
Eagles rematch, and to be honest, I got the Eagles winning it all this year. Unfortunately, but you know what I mean. It's that team is nice, man. The Eagles team is all around nice, man. They lost they didn't lose part of this.
So you said Giants win 11 games?
Yeah.
You didn't even have them.
No, he didn't say that.
He said 9.
I said 9 games. 9 games. No,
he said 8, 9.
I was gonna say 11 games and you're not in the playoffs.
And not make the playoffs? That's bad. That's all the other teams.
I mean, that could happen.
Not in the NFC.
Hey, that NFC East might everybody's
No,
gonna
NFC. The NFC.
Yeah.
If you got 11, no way. There's no way in hell 11 team win misses the playoffs in the NFC. AFC, I can see it. None of the NFC.
No.
None of the NFC. We got fantasy.
Wow.
We got what Thursday.
I got
Detroit?
I got Dolphins winning 4 games, so we're
It's because he smokes a lot of crack in fucking South Carolina. It's just legal over there.
And with Aaron Rodgers, you forget he wasn't that good last year. You know what I mean? I don't care. He wasn't that good last year. So he's up in age.
He's
You know what I
picking
mean?
fights. He's picking fights with
Yeah.
them Giants defensive linemen.
Man, come on. He don't want Sexy Dexter to go ahead and put it on him.
He was like,
Yeah.
I don't even know who you are.
That Dexter Lawrence is an animal.
He said, don't
Okay.
poke the bear, bro.
It should be an
Oh, that's
an
not
awesome
that
season.
defense. Oh, that defense.
So with our pick season, right? We're gonna do 3 picks, right? We're gonna do with the spread, right?
Yeah.
So the loser should be able to do something, right? Like we should have like the loser run down the street butt naked.
That's all it is, you know? It's too far. You got, I'm running down the street naked.
We'll come up with something to wear.
But we'll come back on Wednesday
We'll
and check it in
and
before the season starts.
we'll pick whatever 3 we like, even though it's potentially somebody or a couple people having the same games. That's fine.
And maybe we'll have our gambling addict friend that jump on Tone. He's our Vegas hitter, so he's the one that'll come on.
Last night. He almost won last. Yeah.
So he'll be the one that'll jump on and tell us what he thinks. He's what's that guy that used to come on ESPN?
Swami?
No, from the Vegas one.
They used to go on the Michael K show.
Yeah.
I don't know. I forgot. He's not on there no more.
Yeah, but that's what we're gonna call. That's what we're gonna call Tone.
Comes out on Saturday mornings too.
We gotta let him know. Then we gotta let him know. We need you for Wednesday, man. We go do our week one picks.
We're gonna wrap this one up, and we'll be back on Wednesday.
Or you do remember, wish me happy birthday this Wednesday.
Happy
September
birthday,
6th.
man! All right, let me write that down.
Nobody gives a fuck.
Come on, that's my birthday.
We're gonna be on, man.
Your birthday and your Giants.
We're gonna be on for your birthday, man.
Oh yeah, man. So
I'm gonna give you a couple of these for your birthday.
Oh man,
Wear a party hat. Wear a party
I
hat.
should
So
be
we can
wearing a
remember.
party hat.
He
I'll
had
bring
one
out the
other day.
guitar.
Hold on.
I'll bring out the guitar for you
Hold
guys.
on. I'm gonna show you his party hat that he had on the other day. Where's his party hat on? Look, where's his party hat? Where's his party hat?
Man.
Where's his party hat? It's a show.
The guy looks like a model.
There it is.
Oh, man. There you go.
That's the fantasy
handsome
loser
looking
right
guy.
there.
That's
That's
a
his
handsome
party hat
looking
right
guy
there.
right there.
Happy birthday to that fucking
Thanks.
guy right there. Look.
Happy birthday, D.
Yeah.
I'll check you motherfuckers out
All right.
on
All
Wednesday.
right, boys.
All right, man.
We'll
All
go
right,
and
see ya Wednesday.
And please,
Yeah.
fellas, thank you everyone who have subscribed and checked our page out and looked at our 2 previous episodes. Please continue to subscribe. Click the link below. And thank you for the support, fellas. It's fun doing this with y'all. And I continue to do, look forward to doing a whole lot more. And thank you to everyone who's listening to us. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Peace.
Peace.
Peace out, fellas.
See ya.